Hey guys, this is AK and today on our coding channel we're gonna find out how to how to identify whether a given number is prime or not. So today what we're gonna do is that we're gonna use the for loop. So yeah, just a second and I'll show you how to do it. Yeah, so what do we do now? Firstly, we need to input a number. We need to ask the user for an input. So a is equal to int input enter a number. Now we check whether the number was true or not. What we do is that we check, we initialize prime as true. We assumed that the prime number is true. If you're familiar with the terms true and false, these are known as boolean numbers. If we assume prime is true, and if a condition says that the number isn't prime, then it will turn out to be false. And I'll let you know how we use true and false statements further below. I'll show you. So now for I in range 2 comma a. So basically what is the definition of prime? Well, a prime number basically means that, if you remember, it only has two divisors. The two divisors are the number itself and 1. But obviously one is like a given, right? It's an unspoken requirement which every number follows. 1 is a divisor of every number. So that's why we'll check the range from 2 to a and then divide 2 to a, and then divide a is the number inputted. Will be what we'll do is that we'll basically divide the given number by all the numbers ranging between 2 and that number. Okay, are you getting me? Are you getting my point? So basically if a divided by I is equal a percentage I is equal to 0 over here, the percentage sign, the percentage operator means remainder, the remainder obtained after dividing it by that number. If the remainder is 0, if the remainder is 0, basically means that the number is divisible, and if it is divisible, then yes, that number is a composite number. It isn't prime. It is divisible, right? So yeah, then prime is equal to false, basically. Now did you get why I wrote prime is equal to true over here? Right. So prime is equal to false if it is divisible. And break. Why break? We used break so that the loop will be exited, or else what will happen is that the loop will keep on repeating till eternity. We don't want our computers to crash, do we? So yeah, we put break over here to end the for loop. Now next, if prime is equal to true, okay, yes, now if this for loop is exited, after the for loop gets exited, it checks if the prime number is true. If it is true, then it will print that a is a prime number, that a given number is prime. Else, it will print a is not prime. Yes, this is perfect. So basically, what the compiler will check, that it will go over here, it will ask the input, then it will check the condition prime is equal to true. No, it will initialize. The condition will be initialized that the prime number that put prime is equal to true, then it will go inside the for loop. If it is divisible by 0, it will break out, and then it will check this condition, the if statement. It will check this condition, prime, if prime is equal to true. If it is, then it will print this. If it is not, it won't even check over here, it will go to else, and then it will print a is not prime. So this is how the entire loop and the if else statements work over here. Let's try. Let's try doing this. Wait a second. Is this a restricted mode? Wait. I'll just put trust. Restricted mode basically means you cannot edit. You cannot overwrite anything. Yes. So now it's in. Now it's not. Now it's in the public mode, right? It's not in the restricted mode. Fine. So let us try to run it. And while the compiler is at it, I'll just see what these comments are for. Yes. So what this note here means? Note that while is an entry control loop. So even if we don't use break, it is fine. That once the condition is false, it automatically exits the loop. Yeah, yeah. So basically, what this note over here is saying is that we used a for loop over here. We can use the we can do the same. We can do the exact same thing using while loop. While while I is basically in the while I is less than, or rather I would say while I will put the while statement while if a percentage I is equal to 0. So basically I will do this. I will put while and then I will write the if statement. So what this comment over here is trying to say is that if the while is an entry control loop, so if the initial statement is false, if the if statement inside the while loop is false, it won't even get executed further. It will just exit the loop and then go. But for loop is an exit control loop. So basically for loop checks everything. It checks completely, and that's why it will keep on running. That is the main difference between for loop and a while loop. Yeah, you can yeah, just a homework for you guys. Try doing this entire program in while loop. Just try. It's pretty fun and it's pretty simple. But yeah, this will basically help you to identify those similarities and differences between these two loops, the while and the for loop. Okay, now that it is running safely, we can hopefully assume that it comes out to be correct without giving any errors. Hopefully, I guess. Yeah, the program is pretty perfect. Yeah, sometimes the terminal gives an error, but yeah, that's fine. VS Code does have its fair share of problems. Well, hopefully this should come out to be true. Sorry if it's taking some time. Again, enter a number. Fine, this is perfect. Let's try 12. 12 is not prime. That's cool. Now let us try something like 19. Yep, 19 is a prime number. Perfect. Let's try a bigger prime number. Something like 97. 97 is a prime number. Perfect. So basically this program is this program is correct, and we've seen how to find out whether a given number is prime or not. Just to summarize, we just initialize prime is equal to true. We inputted asked the number from the user. Then we wrote a for loop and we gave the range 2 comma a. We checked whether the remainder is 0 or not. If it is 0, then no, it's not prime. If it is not 0, if it is not 0, then yes, it is prime. Okay, fine. This is the loop and this is how it works. So thank you so much, guys, and hopefully you liked the program. That's it for today. See ya. Thank you.